I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up. Yeah.
You know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million.
Is they wind up going broke at a certain point, right? First of all, taxes, child support, all that kind of stuff, that promoters, this and that, and then just the way you spend your money. Could be bad investments. You could try to do the right thing and wind up with bad investments. You could just spend too much. And the thing is, if you're not the best in the world anymore, but you're one of, let's say, the 50 best in the world at what you do in your weight class, still hard to tell that dude you can make $100 million. No, don't do that because you're old.
Right.
Why would he not do that?
You know, if you have the right money behind it and the right promotion behind it and the right kind of commercials behind it, you can turn anything or anyone into a star. So it's basically you're just choosing to do what you want to do. So if you want to do Mayweather and Pacquiao, I think it can be done in a way where people are going to be curious enough to watch it. And like you guys were just talking about, it's on Netflix. It's not necessarily behind the paywall, aside from unless you don't have a Netflix subscription, but people are going to watch.
Terence Crawford challenges Floyd Mayweather over asking for $100 million to fight Manny Pacquiao, pointing out that Floyd once earned massive sums but now seems to be dealing with financial setbacks.
Broke the bank, you know, and I don't see him trying to, give the game to the young fighters because he's a promoter now.
Yeah.
So I can't give everybody the game. Yeah. It's a business at the end of the day. So if they made all this money, you know, on our backs as fighters, and now I'm a promoter, I'm going to do the same thing that they once was doing and just say it's just the game of the business.
It's the game.
Kellerman explains that boxers often prioritize money because the sport doesn't guarantee long-term stability, leaving fighters to handle their lives on their own once their careers are over.
Boy, with the 3 fights that's coming up, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, I think the guy's from Greece or something like that. What do you feel about great champions doing these kind of fights as well, or just these kind of fights that's going on?
They need money.
Damn.
Yeah, when you need money. This is the problem with boxing. You think about financial literacy, right? And you talk about like NFL players or NBA players. There's support systems for those dudes. There's nothing like that for fighters. They got to figure it out all themselves. And if you're a fighter, that means you did not have options.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like basketball or football. If you could, like, by the way, football players couldn't play basketball, or they play basketball. It's a better deal, right? That's if you can, you do. And boxers couldn't do either one of those things, right? They're too small, or they got hurt, whatever it is. And so you're dealing with a section of our world that is unlikely.
Jim Lampley shares that seeing Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather return to the ring was disappointing, as legends coming back late in their careers are often driven more by financial needs than passion.
Bills is due, but you done spent everything on stuff you ain't supposed to have, and now you really need something, so you get ready to go to Walmart, right? And you know you got $132 in your bank account, all right? We all done been there, and you know you need food, the light bill due tomorrow, they're gonna cut it off, and you got $132 to your name. And so then you start to search like, well, what happened to the money? You start to go look at your bank account. You start to go, you start to get a little bit, I could take this rice, the beans, this, and then when you get up to the counter, you hoping that something else ain't hit your account. That's done made it less, because it can say 132, but then you got them pending transactions that come in that hit you. That's definitely gonna put you in overdrive. You don't really start blaming or start realizing you broke until money get low, and that's when you go send people to look for where it went.
Jeff Mayweather believes a second fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao could have taken place much earlier, but now it appears to be arranged mainly for financial gain.
Understood Manny, or I will understand Manny. Does it make me happy? It's not really my business. It's their business.
You called what was still the most successful fight in boxing history, which was Mayweather Pacquiao. I've never been a part of a buildup like that, where every mainstream outlet that maybe had abandoned boxing over the years came roaring back. I mean, it was massive. And then the fight happens and we don't get what we hoped for. What did you come away from that fight feeling? What did you think of how that whole thing played out?
Well, I want to start this by saying that I like Floyd. I get along with Floyd. I'm happy for Floyd that he was the first great social media master who demonstrated what the power of social media could be, how an event could be sold on social media.
Floyd Mayweather, once known as the unbeatable Money Mayweather, now appears to be facing financial pressure, with reports of debts, taxes, and unpaid commitments despite earning over $1 billion, while recent appearances and promotions hint at someone dealing with serious monetary stress behind the scenes.
I mean, that's a fight that basically, it's a cash grab for both of them.
You said it's a cash grab. I know he's had.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If you created a name and you made a name, why not get paid for it?
No, 100%. I agree with you. Do you feel that that's what the comeback announcement is as well? Is just kind of like because I know he's suing Showtime for money he thought he thinks he's owed. Is it just kind of like we need an influx of money, you think?
I mean, I don't really know, and I'm not really going to say anything that I don't know. So, I mean, that part I'm not going to even talk about. It's just the fact that, to me, I looked at it and I seen the same thing that everybody else seen. So, I mean, and I've never talked to him about it, so I can't really give nobody no answers.
Even with new exhibition fights, the bigger picture points toward financial mismanagement, as lawsuits, unpaid taxes, and his return to the ring at 48 suggest money concerns are influencing his choices, especially when compared to fighters like Mike Tyson who, despite losing huge sums, still retained assets, highlighting how even enormous earnings cannot prevent financial trouble when spending and obligation spiral.
Now he needs it more than wants it, because you see right here, Floyd Mayweather very vocally has never had a drop of alcohol in his fucking life, is out here promoting alcohol. That's how you know this dude's fucking broke as hell and swimming in debt, because he's posting shit like this.
We are back. Money Mayweather and Beluga, we are back. It's a special day. Valentine's Day. Toast to the ones that we love.
Does he not look like he's a hostage right here? Look.
Happy Valentine's Day and cheers.
I look at the look on his face and I can't tell if he's being held at gunpoint while doing this because he owes somebody money, or if he's just looking like that because he's really confused and struggling trying to read the script for this ad. Sorry, that's...
McKay explains that large earnings can still be overshadowed by hidden expenses and debts, noting reports of financial issues such as unpaid rent, lawsuits, and mismanagement by associates, all of which reveal how Mayweather's situation reflects the risks of unchecked spending and complicated financial responsibilities despite his public image of wealth.
No way Floyd Mayweather gives a about any of that, bro. He's like, you said how much? How much is the check? You said I got to talk for 12 seconds. All I got to say is I'm the voice for them, and y'all are going to give me 15 million? Like that. That's the type of stuff that Floyd Mayweather does. And Conor was calling this out quite a long time ago, even back when they were promoting Mayweather versus McGregor.
Floyd not taking out his own yet? So Floyd got the money, and he got tax problems.
And Conor also called it out right here as well.
And they said, I'm the motherfucker that can't read. Bitch, I do numbers. I make money. You know my middle name. You owe money.
So Conor was on this 10 years ago. I think 2017 was 2016, 2017. So Conor's been on this for 10 years.
Max Kellerman adds that many fighters face financial struggles because their careers are short and uncertain, with factors like injuries, poor financial decisions, taxes, and expensive lifestyles contributing to instability, emphasizing that even top athletes often experience money problems without proper planning.
You see somebody like Floyd Mayweather, that's the oldest trick in the book, y'all. Y'all know, when y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captain, in Dubai is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give them their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Giovanni. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash because Floyd Mayweather gave him a power of attorney to do so. And so when Floyd went down there and sued Showtime, he's suing Showtime, the company, the network, that publicizes these fights.
Jazz Mather highlights the discipline of both fighters, noting their commitment to training and maintaining peak condition, while also pointing out that hosting the fight at the Sphere and partnering with platforms like Netflix allows the event to reach a global audience and expand opportunities for the sport.
Wind up with bad investments. You could just spend too much. And the thing is, if you're not the best in the world anymore, but you're one of, let's say, the 50 best in the world at what you do in your weight class, still hard to tell that dude you can make $100 million. No, don't do that because you're old.
Right.
Why would he not do that?
Do you think, and when I look at these fights that's coming up, do it take away from boxing for you when you see these fights being announced?
No, not. I mean, what it just demonstrates that boxing has not produced new characters that whose stories people really want to follow. If we were producing those guys, and hopefully we will now with Zuffa, there'd be less interest in the kind of sideshow fights or the senior tour type fights,
right? Because
we'd be invested in new characters. We haven't had characters that have captured the public's imagination because people don't know who they are.
Pacquiao's return to boxing sparked a competitive reaction from Floyd Mayweather, showing the enduring drive of both legends, while also reflecting mutual respect, as the anticipated rematch is expected to be a major event bringing two iconic fighters together once again in Las Vegas.
This Sylvan fighter, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing changed.
Jazz, this event is going to mark the first boxing match at the Sphere. We've been there, we've seen concerts there, but how did this come to be?
This was a lot of work. Took a lot of time. I mean, many tried and many, I wouldn't say failed, but planted seeds. It just took the right time and having the right team in place to be able to get it done, right? It's really a timing thing and all the right people involved.
Wade Plemons suggests that Mayweather's recent fights, including exhibitions and the Pacquiao rematch, are largely motivated by financial recovery, with his undefeated record and global popularity ensuring strong pay-per-view success and major revenue opportunities.
Of course, Manny came out of retirement. He did a return pro fight of last year. Obviously, Floyd sees that. Floyd's very competitive. He wants the same thing. He feels he can come in, he can do the same thing, and why not give it that chance? They're both the best in the game. They're both world renowned, and the sport would not be what it is without them.
I think that's fair to say, given their stature, for sure. Jazz, quickly, I want to ask you the biggest impediment to getting this done, because it sounds like Manny's wanted to have a rematch over these last 11 years. What's been the biggest barrier, the biggest hurdle you've had to overcome?
The biggest barrier would be, I would just say, there's people in the way that just don't present either the deal the right way or just are not able to get it closed. A lot of times people will look after themselves rather than look after the fighters.
He further explains that fans are more interested in seeing legendary names than focusing on age or competition level, making these matchups highly profitable as Mayweather continues to leverage his fame and past success to generate income despite financial pressures.
That one was also a little bit too late, and they didn't really fight with that passion and fire. It was more like, I'll dance, you dance, and if nobody gets hurt, we both win, And that's not really what fans want to see. Having said that, the first time around was for the championship of the world. Floyd was champion. Pacquiao was challenging him. I think Floyd had the WBC title at the time, so on and so forth. And you know what I say about, and at the time, it was still a fight that was viable within the whole world landscape of the welterweight division. This time around, it's not really a viable fight within the landscape of the welterweight division. But it's like I always complain about Canelo. As long as you don't take the belts with you and hold them hostage, and the sanctioning bodies allow you to hold them hostage, I don't mind guys doing this kind of thing. let's face it, is it the only time we've seen this? We've seen this time and again. I mean, Leonard did the third fight with Duran and Hearns in 1989. 8 years after everybody wanted it. Pull up to the arena together.
This is entertainment, let's get cameras with them the whole time. Someone in the back, just the whole way up.
Well, when you look at
that's going to be more fun than the fight. I'm telling you right now.
The build now. A question I have too. We've seen it in previous Netflix cards. Not all of them, of course. MVP Promotions, Jake Paul has done some Netflix cards. The card around this, does that, Paulie? When you look at the spectacle that will be, Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2. You could put a great card underneath this and really get some shine on some fighters that maybe need the exposure. What do you think is going to be done? Or this would sell all by itself. You don't need to spend any more money. What you thought on the card around this, Paulie? What do you think we're going to see?
I'm hearing.
Please.
Because I looked into it obviously already.
Right.
So I was trying to see if there's space for me. I'm hearing that there's they're going to have their own stable of guys. Maybe the Manny son could be on the undercard. Like that. I'm hearing that they're going to each have a piece of the undercard for themselves in their own stable.
Pauli Malignaggi views the upcoming Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight as more of a business move than a competitive showdown, suggesting it follows the same formula as their first encounter by relying on star power and hype to generate massive earnings.